note that the merger which these politicians are putting together is made up mostly of PDP renegades, moribund and lackluster AMPP, a party which has existed for 13 years without any meaningful impact on the polity, and the ACN, which is a one-man-owned and controlled political party with no form of any internal democratic credential whatsoever and totally devoid of any form of modern liberalism. The leader of the opposition, Chief Bola Tinubu, who spoke disparagingly about the federal government on a number of issues bordering on the economy, democratic governance, and social security, was himself a governor of one of the richest states in Nigeria for 8 years, and we all have the record of what he made of that position. The present national chairman of the ACN, Chief B.C. Akonde, was also a former governor of Osun State during the same period, and he also denied workers of 5,500 naira minimum wage and eventually laid off over 9,000 public workers during his 4 years reign. These sets of politicians who want to desperately supplant the Jonathan administration are promoting an incongruous alliance of political weaklings and dysfunctional Lilliputians out primarily to foster their ego and psyche, being repeatedly frustrated political power mongers, forgetting that 1 million giant ants can never muster the required strength to lift a concrete pole, not to talk of a nationally entrenched pillar and structurally established institution like the PDP.
Well, you're still watching Politics Today on Channels Television. You heard it. Dr. Doyin Okupe, the Senior Special Assistant to President Goodluck Jonathan on Public Affairs. And I've been talking with Alhaji Muhammed. He's the National Publicity Secretary of the Action Congress of Nigeria. Dr. Doyin Okupe was actually making reference to some of the leaders in your party. You heard what he said. He gave some facts and some data about the performance of the people in your party who have led some states in the country. He's kind of asking, what are you going to do differently? And he made the description of some of the activities of your party. What would you have to say to this?
I actually sympathize with Dr. Doyin Okupe and the PDP because I saw him and I can see how he's struggling to read what he has written because he does not even flow because it's not true. I'll tell you one thing. No good advert can sell a bad product. And what Dr. Doyin Okupe is selling is a very bad product. Two is that anywhere in the world where you see a sign saying no thoroughfare, it means there's a road there. Clearly, PDP has a mortal fear of the merger. If the merger will not work, why should that be the business of PDP? Now, clearly, we are set to take over from PDP, and coupled with the internal problems and wrongs within the PDP today, I think they also know that they're on their way out. Now, let's talk about the individuals he tried to, disparage. First, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think it would be unfair for anybody to deny, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu the role, his place in the history of transformation of Lagos State. I happen to be chief of staff between 1999 and 2002 before I went to run for governorship in my state. And I know that starting from Oregon Road to Obafemi Awolowo Way in Ikoyi, to Adeola Deku in Ikoyi, to Tafawa Balewa, to the road to Teju Osho Road, to Lawansin Road, to Igandu Road, that these are the roads he made in that period and which are still standing today. How many governors in the period 1999 to 2003 can actually stand shoulder to shoulder with Bola Ahmed Tinubu? None. He was a trailblazer. He put in place Lamata, and today we're all enjoying the BRT. All right,
Muhammed
Akande has laid sound foundation and his legacy lives on. I think there's nobody in the entire PDP, hierarchy that can even put a candle near any of these people.
Well, I'll make a reference to a book you've just written. I have a privilege of reading it before the launch. Witness to History.
Right.
You made some very categorical statements in that book about the role of the opposition, and you mentioned that the PDP government so far has not made the opposition party a comfortable one. How uncomfortable has the ruling party made the opposition?
Oh, I think it might be the other way around. We've made them very uncomfortable.
Have they stifled your activity?
No, they're in a position to do so. You see, the role of opposition, first and foremost, is to put the government on its toes. Secondly, the role of opposition is to make non-issues that will become issues and people will actually discuss. The role of opposition is to ensure that the acts of omission and commission of government is under scrutiny, and that's what we've done. They have been uncomfortable. We've been very comfortable in our position.
You seem to be a very, very, sorry to use this word, a very stubborn personality when it comes to defending the stance of your party.
Oh, because it is the truth. You see, this is a 640-page book, and it's a compilation of what happened almost on a day-to-day basis between 2006 and today. And believe me, of the 640 pages, virtually everything still remains as valid as it was that time. So it's not been stopped.
Alaji, I'll ask you this last question, and I want you to answer it because time is no more on our side. There are words that you're planning to put forward, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and former General Muhammed Buhari as your candidate for president and vice president in 2015. How true is that?
The rumor mill in Nigeria, I think, is the most developed in the whole world. That's my answer. The rumor mill in Nigeria is the most developed in the whole world. And it's amazing that these rumors are even taken seriously by people who want to know better. As of today, we have not even started discussing the issue of interim or permanent officers of the party. Talk less of it's going to be.
We even heard that you're having leadership issues on who will take what.
I'm sure they'll be happy that we do. But the truth of the matter is that we don't have any issues at all.
All right. Thank you so much for talking with us on Politics Today. Alhaji Lai Muhammed, who will be watching and will be following the activities of the opposition as they progress. Thank you so much.